Previously on the roster.
And I'm cleaning bathrooms, and I was like, I could be running down the paintball field and be acknowledged, and that's so much better than cleaning a bathroom at a restaurant.
Guys, first of all, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out, man.
I was traveling back to Sweden because my visa was expiring.
I don't want Aftershock to be an experience where Clodian makes the team and then he's not going to be in at 110% the way we need everybody to really be.
It was a super long day. Most of the guys are running off fumes, no sleep, like 1 in the morning. I hope it's not typical, man.
Actually, when I first started, my dad used to give me 100-round baggies, Ziploc baggies of paint, and would give me 100-round bag and tell me that was what I got for the day, to make them count.
Especially being coached by one of my idols growing up, Mikey Bruno.
You know, Brian, I didn't know that. I'm gonna rub that in on him now.
I grew up a very humble, lifestyle and everything too. And I like being where I'm at.
The way you guys get along and the fluency with each other. Once I had that core developed, we felt we could get this done.
To get to that 5-6 level, consistency has to be one of our strong suits.
Right.
And we're very weak at that.
And now, the hour-long season finale of the roster with Chicago Aftershock.
But can you and Rob stay alive long enough?
Yeah. So God.
See how he slid wide? See how he slid wide? He walks up to Echo.
Chicago and Delta.
But how did Baines rewind it? I want to see how Baines walks in there.
It's Saturday night, and Chicago Aftershock is getting prepared. Tomorrow, they'll compete in the Champions League semifinals at the 2014 Paintball Sports Promotions Mid-Atlantic Open.
I'd shoot one of these.
It will be the franchise's first trip to the tournament top 4 in nearly 4 seasons. For the current incarnation of the roster, built by Coach Mike Bruno and owner Rennick Miller, it's their maiden venture to the Champions League Sunday Club.
You know, and to be honest with you, send some balls straight ahead of you. Because if Carl does miss him or whatever, he's going to push him into you. You know what I'm saying?
His shot. I can hear what he's doing.
So shoot your D1 shot, bring him right back in. Once your D1 goes by, because he goes by instantly,
it's a few shots.
Then throw the balls right back in at J-Rap.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
On the inside and shoot back at the
Right, and then bring him back right back out.
Let's go.
Let's go, guys.
Right now, it's time to put preparations on pause and engage in a finals qualifying feast. With Aftershock, everything is rooted in the team's working class values. Celebratory dining is no exception.
Who put a biscuit on my plate?
KFC's the shit.
Yeah.
I love the fact that the team has the reputation of the blue-collar team, because we always were.
The blue-collar mentality, I think, it's a real Midwest thing, honestly. It's a real good work ethic around here.
Hey, toss me a biscuit, eh?
You know what I mean? I got some dirt rockers on my team now, some grunge rats. I mean, these kids don't wash their stuff, and that's what we were like.
What are you looking for? Chicken that's not soggy yet? Oh.
I got guys that don't like people, and that's what we were like.
I just feel like a caveman. I mean, look at this.
He's just dunking it in the side of the
I feel like a caveman. No, I've claimed it as my own. This is so savage of us. Why are we doing this on camera?
Mike, why is KFC so important to Shock? Why is this a tradition?
It's not.
It's something we used to do every Saturday night. We would make it before the finals. And I said we would do it, and we're doing it.
Did Rennick make you do it?
No, Poopy. Don Adamson was the one. Poopy and Billy and everybody, and we just did it, and we did it forever. we're used to doing it. It's a tradition, so I figure we keep it on. And hopefully it helps us. Right where we wanted to be, right where we said we were going to be. Remember my 2-year plan, Kirky? We get the core, buddy. We get the core, we're good to go.
We're coming.
I said, stick with me and believe. Hey, we deserve to be here.
Yeah, boys.
Fellas.
Believe it, fellas.
Let's take this fucking tournament, get this done.
Let's go! Let's go, boys!
12 to 14 players since the beginning of 2012 to get to this point to where we have a team that can win. It's been a journey, that's for sure.
Oh, you were talking to me yesterday when you were thinking about this field, and you sort of like recalibrated it mentally. Like
I kind of took a field that was slow and methodical that people didn't really like, and it wasn't really our style. And I really enjoyed playing 7-man, and the snake on this field is kind of like a 7-man snake. A lot of people could shoot you. You know, you kind of gotta chill out. You can't shoot everybody, and there's a lot of people shooting you. But just getting in a spot up further in the snake draws a whole bunch of guns. So. I mean, I just took it as, you know, just play 7-man, and I think it's kind of playing well for that playing style.
Hey, lots of time left, baby.
11 plus 2 up on me. Am I going out there, Jacob?
Everything is set.
So, 2 minutes on a major penalty, I believe, on Wozni then, and 54 seconds still on that other penalty. And Todd, this is not how it needs to go down for Shock if they want to have a chance to move on to the final game. If Shock can, shoot a body here, it'll make it a one-body advantage.
We gotta get a G on the break, moving this shit up. Me, you, and fucking Cliff. You guys are double delta, I'm Echo.
But still, that being said, Todd, the percentages are weighing heavily in Edmonton Impact's favor right now.
What the fuck do we do this to ourselves, man?
Yeah, we have 2 majors. Why? Because So's got one, and then you got one.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You didn't shoot him, did you?
No. I turned, but I didn't shoot him.
Yeah, and Impact's playing really well too. They're not risking anything on the break, any point. Fully expect to see that again. 4 bodies stacked heavy over on the Dorito side.
Oh, and a major penalty on Edmonton Impact. Chicago Aftershock. They're going to get a body back in 22 seconds. So now, Shock gets another body back. This is big right here. Can Shock get a shot on Impact? And they do. No one's shooting at Lawhead. Okay, now Dave Baines is on him. There. Okay, now he's locked with Dave. He put Dave in. He's got to make the move forward. He makes a cross. He gets into the snake 50. Now the gun's going to shift. Dave has to look at him. He wraps around. Lawhead has a chance here. 22 seconds left. Lawhead has got to get a kill soon. He tries to get the shot cross field on Justin Rabikoff. He did. He got the shot.
10 seconds left. Lawhead.
Lawhead gets taken out, but he takes him out. And here it comes.
Dave Baines trades out.
Go, Kirk, go!
Not going to be enough time, Todd.
Game over.
Damn it!
Kirk Wozni is alive by himself.
What is Kurt? Oh, who was the back player for Shock? Is that Kurt Wozni?
Wozni came out of the box, did not go get the flag. The rest of his team started attacking, and man, Kurt Wozni needed to look at the clock and start going for that flag.
Kurt Wozni is not going to want to watch the replay of this match. And you can see there, Mike is losing it. Mikey Bruno is losing it right now. Well, he's not losing it, but he's very angry. I'd be incredibly frustrated too.
You hear everybody all the time, buddy. You just run for the flag. Just grab it and run. Your hands up. Close your eyes and run. Fuck! Fuck, we had that flag too. Fuck, the whole crowd's screaming it.
I know, dude. I can't do nothing over here.
What the fuck, man?
I fucked up.
you know. All right.
I was kind of ashamed to look at the guys after what I did, but they all gave me team love, man. I must give a credit. Carl came up to me. He's always good about trying to keep in touch with all the players and really not just walk away. And Bruno grabbed me, and you could see he wanted to say something, but he knew that I knew what I did wrong.
What do you do next time?
Look at the clock. Be aware. Hey.
I mean, all the players, I mean, I've been through a lot with these guys. We pretty much got our ass kicked for a long time. So when you go through that, you do build a bond. And so they were there for me. Even though I screwed up, they understood.
Guys, listen, everybody did a great job, okay? I realize it's disappointment, but let this fucking feeling right now sink in tight, okay? Let this fucking hurt, okay? Because it does, okay? And let's never let this happen again, okay? Let's never let this happen again. We know we could be here. We know we could play with anybody, okay? Goddamn
Any
it, fucking
buddy.
anybody, okay? All we got to remember is this fucking feeling you guys feel right now. I love each and every one of you guys, and I'm proud of you guys. And don't trip, buddy. I yell at you for a reason, but you know I love you.
We're fucking hard because we expect the best of everyone. We know this team has fucking potential to be great. All right, we're there, fucking inches away. Door's there. Let's just fucking kick it open next event, huh? Oh yeah, motherfucker. Let's go. I'm proud of everyone. Let's go. Proud of everyone. Way to fucking play this weekend, boys.
Midwest! Midwest! Midwest!
It's all about heart. 1, 2, 3.
Heart!
The loss to Impact might be a heartbreaker, but it's important. Chicago Aftershock has acquired another brick in the road as their journey continues. To understand where the franchise is trying to go, first, you have to know where they've been.
My name is Rennick Miller. Started playing paintball first time ever in 1983. Gary Noblet actually played one time before me, and he had to talk me into playing and told me I'd love it. We used to drag race motorcycles together. I was the original team captain and founder. Steve Copeland was he was a co-founder and a co-captain for a while. We tried to make Todd Adamson the captain. Todd just wasn't having it. To play in the 90s, and we had an absolute blast, to sum it up. And it was just an amazing time to be on this team. Complete tournament wins, that's a tough one. I believe we won more 10-man events than any other team. Actually, our first tournament win was in 1993 in Boston, and then we followed it up. We won the World Cup for the first time in '93. We also won the International Masters. So we have 6 World Cups. I believe we have 13 overall 10-man championships. We have 2 NPPL titles. We have a 7-man World Cup. We've won in Australia, France, Brazil. We've won everywhere. To be one of the original founding teams of the league and one of the original pro teams, we're well aware of it. We're very proud of our history. What an outstanding memory. No, man, it's just a blend of a tremendous amount of great memories. Danny and I talk about it, Spud and I talk about it, Gary and I talk about it. Like some of the old guys, we'll get together once in a while and just kind of rehash it for a few minutes. We joke about how much money we spent to do it, to travel the world, to play, to compete. How much time we took away from family and friends and work. Nobody'd take it back, and we just had an absolute blast. From going to England for the first couple times, to Old Town at World Cup, fighting Billy Saransky to the death in the back room at the store, Danny Love and Dino Yario choking each other to death at the paintball field, to winning our first World Cup. I mean, it's just been a collage of great memories.
The 2014 roster of Chicago Aftershock is starting to compile their own collection of great memories, both on and off the field.
Oh, you're on something. Kirk, eat my banana.
The team is bonding, much to the satisfaction of Coach Mike Bruno. The only thing Bruno believes in as much as aggression is team chemistry. The mojo, as he puts it.
Same reason I wouldn't put the mic on today, because I put the mic on during Dynasty and we lost. You know, it's the same reason Caleb isn't here driving.
Morale is at an all-time high after finishing 3rd at the Champions League at the PSP Mid-Atlantic Open. But as Shock begins to prepare for the next event, the mojo is quickly put in jeopardy. Front attacker Davey Simmons has been cut. The decision is a difficult one and is creating mixed feelings within the camp.
Davey Simmons is no longer with us. I got a phone call 2 days after MAO saying we were getting rid of Davey. It's been a topic periodically throughout the last few years. A lot of people think that I got him cut. I've explained to him several times that I had no say in this. I got a phone call, the decision was made. That being said, I tried justifying it to him. Davey he's not earning more playing time. You know, I've talked about it with Bruno several times. He doesn't feel like he's performing well enough to take someone else out of the game and keep him in there consistently. Davey doesn't want to sit the bench. I don't blame him. I don't want to sit the bench. It sucks. So if you're not going to earn more playing time and not get better, and you don't want to be on the bench, you're not helping the team either way. I mean, that's just the cold hard facts about it. We all love Davey. I mean, I have no problem with Davey being on this team. The issue is he's just not getting better with the rest of the team. You know, we didn't see him getting more playing time in the future, so, you know, we decided to part ways.
With the departure of Simmons, Aftershock looks towards 28-year-old back player Andy Horvath to fill the open roster slot. Currently residing in Huntington Beach, Horvath is a veteran pro player, having spent time on San Diego Dynasty, as well as Indianapolis Mutiny, where he was a teammate of Aaron Tholey, and St. Louis Avalanche, where he was a teammate with Karl Markowski. It would be easy to look at Horvath and his California zip code and quickly see him as a pampered hired gun. It would also be wrong.
So when did they reach out to you?
Tholey reached out to me right after the Texas Storm breakup.
Due to some financial tragedy with Ryan Gray and his paintball field, the team disbanded. So I've been in talks with Aaron Tholey, possibly about coming to join Aftershock.
I had nowhere else to play, so I figured why not come back to Chicago and play with the boys and rep the hometown. Why not?
Well, growing up in Chicago my entire life, playing at the Badlands as a little kid from when I was 10 years old until I moved out to California, basically. When Mikey Bruno was playing back in the day with those guys, it's like you would go to Badlands and you would practice and you would see the Aftershock guys, and you always wanted to be with those guys on that team. And it's just something, it's like every Chicago kid's dream.
The native of Chicago Heights, Illinois, sees parallels between Aftershock and the other Chicago-based paintball organization he grew up in. A camp who took the concept of balling on a budget to levels beyond even Aftershock's comprehension.
It kind of feels like an old ragtag varsity reunion in a sense. It's like the poorest team, the pro division, paying their ways, getting shit done, doing what they got to do. Reminds me of back in the early 2000s playing 7-man, so it's good, feels good. It's exactly what Dan said too, it reminded him of. Like the old school Farsa days, selling eggs to pay the way, all that kind of stuff. Old memories, new people, same thing.
His calm demeanor and experience could be paramount to Aftershock, even though the field design at the PSP Chicago Open may not present many spins for him on the field.
My role with Aftershock, I believe, is just with veteran experience and playing on some top-level pro teams. Like, I can kind of bring things that I've learned from those teams and kind of help these guys with less pro experience. If I'm not on the field playing with them, mentoring them in the pits or outside after the games. I believe the future for Aftershock is bright. I mean, it's an up-and-coming team. The roster always changes, but I feel like with the group of guys that they have right now, it's something that we can work on together to get better. I mean, it's really the first year of success after a lot of rebuilding for Aftershock, and as long as you can keep a group of guys together long enough, then success and good things will come.
The Chicago Open is the third tournament of the 5-stop PSP Champions and Challengers Series. It is also Aftershock's hometown event. Success would taste even sweeter with a tournament victory at home, in the presence of friends and family. As seems to be standard operating procedure for events this season, Mother Nature has decided to make her presence felt the week of the tournament. Teams are struggling to even land in Chicago, as the area has been pummeled with thunderstorms prior to the event. Competition begins today, and the weather seems to have relented for day one of the preliminaries, with the clouds having vanished in favor of sunshine. It's day 2 of the PSP Chicago Open, and dark skies abound. Another round of thunderstorms rocked the Chicagoland area last night, making the surfaces at Challenge Park Extreme a sloppy mess, and more are on the way. There is also feelings of darkness and foreboding swirling around the team. Aftershock isn't carrying themselves like a team who finished in the top 4 at the previous event. Instead of exuding calm and confidence, Shock is emitting complacency and calamity after a very shaky 1-1 performance on day 1. They weren't prepared to play mentally, and Coach Mike Bruno is not happy about it.
Hey, listen, guys, I know this is our home, and this is even harder for me to the 100% focus because we have too much familiarities. But yesterday we were not prepared one bit, not one bit. That is absolutely unacceptable. I'm not a babysitter. Aaron's not your babysitter.
Inexcusable.
We lost a match because we were unprepared. Does everybody agree with this? Okay, we did not know what the hell was going on.
You know, there is no excuse for not being ready. I personally was one of those guys who wasn't ready. I for some reason had thought there was another game ahead of us, and then 5 minutes to go, and I still don't see another team in our pits, and we're getting ready to get, you know, loaded up and paint, and I'm trying to throw everything together and get in there, and we didn't even get a team huddle in. There was no motivation.
You're your own men. You go test your own fucking paint, okay? You guys get your own shit ready. You get dressed and you're ready. That can never happen again. Now we dug a hole because we choked in the fucking Vicious game when we were 4-0 on them, okay? And then we lost, we won 5-4. But that's unacceptable for our point spread because we fucked up with the 7-2, okay? We go out here, we have a huge game this first game, okay? Yesterday, we didn't attack, okay? We played like MAO layout. That cannot happen, okay? Brian, you guys see something on the fucking Dorito side? You and AJ, if you're over there, you discuss it and you go or AJ goes. But you don't go together, okay? And get shot. Okay, Carl, you're going to the fucking snake, dude. You're going to the snake, dude. Every fucking point we're either going to the snake or the corner. They can't stop us. If they do, it's 1 out of 5, okay? We're going to these spots. We're not gonna take Dorito 2 as much, but we're running down that fucking field. And we put the pressure. AJ, he dies, you're in it, okay? And you're down. Aaron, we don't make any more mistakes. Chris, we don't make any more fucking mistakes by going to that back corner, okay? If shit goes down, then you get back to the D corner. We are going forward on this fucking field. If I send you to the middle and up and over to the tower, you don't fucking delay in that back center because you get shot. Vicious stood 1, 2, 3, okay, in the back middle. That can't happen, okay? That can't happen. That's Rob, that's you. You see that, you blow him to pieces. Now Mike Paxton, I don't know if you guys saw what he does. The start box is here. He is on the outside. It says go, snake side of it. He stands like this. The fucking bunker is right here with them. He's hard to see, but he's there. And if all you guys, like we did at practice, center paint, right there, out guys running in, center paint right there.
That's got to be the guys on the 3 side. When you send 2 on the snake side, I have to look wire. I have to.
You don't have to unless I tell you you have to. I said I don't care if the runner goes, didn't I? If there's 3 guys or 2 guys standing tall in the back middle, I'll let a guy have the snake. You shoot the motherfucker standing there. That's what we talked about. Am I right? I can't hear this anymore. I have to shoot my wide guy. But it's just plain and simple. We got to play together, fellas. You know, I had you guys putting that crunch on him in the middle. You know what happened? You did it. Rob didn't. You know what they did? They just shifted that way. When you shot in there, he floated in. He should have floated right into his paint.
Did everybody watch the Iron Man game yesterday?
Yeah.
We all know what we're doing. They go Dorito corner every fucking point.
Every fucking point.
They go snake 80% of the time, and they go corner 20% of the time.
We get in there and we get close to them. They have to think about us. They either got to bunker us or we go bunker them. But either way, they got to fucking die,
hey,
okay?
We get in their heads right away, man.
Fucking
A.
A.
We get in their heads right away with Mouse. Get in his head right away. Fucking run him down.
We don't respect none of these motherfuckers. You respect their play, you don't respect them, okay? They ain't on our team. They ain't wearing an Aftershock blue. Fuck them all, okay? Plain and simple. Okay, we shove it down their fucking throat. Brian, if there's a motherfucker in D3, you better be in D2, putting pressure on him to go exchange with them. AJ, you the same fucking thing. They're not coming down our fields without getting some pressure on them. We are going to win.
clock's winding down. I see them get a major. Like, perfect. I'm kind of watching it play out, and I'm wondering what the hell's going on because we're not moving anywhere.
Oh my fucking God.
We're not spreading the field out.
Get your head out of your ass. They're gonna kill this penalty.
I know they are.
And Cliff gets clipped. I'm like, oh my God, okay, 1-on-1. Well, you know, I believe in Brian. You know, Brian can pull this off. And Brian's kind of gunfighting, but the clock is winding down. Not just the game clock, but also the major. Next thing you know,
Box.
you know, Mouse comes out.
How much time's left?
30 seconds.
In that situation though, Mikey has to make a split-second decision on that. You know what I mean? So it's, do we take a chance of playing the 4-on-5? Yeah, they're a body down, but they're also still going to be shooting at us off the break, and we could lose 2 because we weren't doing a great job of staying alive off the break.
Then it's going to be...
we're not blowing it. We don't have time to blow it.
No.
We can't.
Brian can't contain both of them, and it was just... I think they hung the flag with like 2.5 seconds left. It was so close too, because that would have just, that point wouldn't have mattered, and then we could have played an overtime point, and then that could have been a whole different, you know, whole different fiasco.
Sitting at 1-2, the players on Aftershock are about to face a fiasco of a different kind. Their finals prelim game is a rematch from the semifinals at MAO, a battle with Edmonton Impact. It's the last game of the day, and the skies are about to open up on Aftershock, both literally and figuratively.
Here we go, on the break, both teams at full strength, 5 alive. Off the break, can anyone get a shot in on the opposing players? And it looks like right now, both teams at full strength.
Justin Cornell and Aftershock both in the snake, so and Justin Cornell gets eliminated as Dave Baines does as well, so.
Oh, gets clipped across the field as well.
Yeah,
that's Yakimic.
As the rain starts to fall, and there's the rookie, and actually episode 1 of the roster is all pretty much about Jacob Tilkainen. He went through a trout 60 deep, man.
Oh, got shot in the face, it looks like.
Coming all the way from Sweden, so right now, Jacob Tilkainen, and Impact losing 2 bodies, Chris.
And again, here comes a major
red
penalty.
Flag. Wow. And you called it.
I called it. I told you he's got a shot in the face. I'm like, here comes. Commentator killed him and got him a penalty. Way to go, Maddie.
Yeah. Hey guys, I am here on the sidelines with Coach Mikey Bruno for Aftershock. They are down 2 points right now. You guys are starting this next point with 2 bodies in the box, which is a disadvantage. You know that Impact's going to be coming pretty aggressive. What's the best strategy you can tell your guys to try to get this win?
Pray to God. I don't know. I don't know what the hell was going on out there with the penalties, but you just got to pray to God we get out wide. We're running out wide. I don't know what else to say. I'm mad.
And hey, for everyone that knows Mikey Bruno, he did great holding back there.
He's being it was almost like the mouth explosion of verbal abuse is about to just spew from his mouth.
Yeah, Mikey, I love you, bro.
Yeah,
that was you're an amazing
that
person,
was classic,
my friend.
And he did
classy.
Awesome.
Keep it classy, San Diego.
Where's Sweden?
Penalty flags aren't the only thing raining from the sky.
And honestly, if you're even hearing us right now, again, we're rolling tape, so we're looking at this downpour hitting us right now. Honestly, I think our satellite's probably cut out at this point.
Aftershock is standing.
It can't get through this sort of madness. So hopefully they're going to start it. I don't know why the clock is stopped. Come on, roll this game here.
Look at Impact. They're hiding behind their bunkers there. Justin Rabikov's trying to hide up back there. Aftershock's standing out here. This is nuts.
This makes no sense right now. It's very unfortunate. It's 6-2. We're going to try and roll this out, but I think the teams are leaving as of right now. I think they might just call it, Maddie.
I hope to God they do.
Yeah.
All right. So Chris, give it real quick.
Regardless, I mean, Impact's going to win this game.
Hey, we're running for the basements. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it, and we will see you guys tomorrow morning, man. 2014.
If we're live, see you, bye.
BSP Chicago Open. Matty Marsh, Steve Rabikoff, and Chris Soya, Tom Martinez. Love you guys.
What are you seeing while you're out on the field that they're doing that's making them successful and able to tie up this game?
That last point, they took that snake quick, died out, and then filled it pretty late, and we just got scattered and didn't see it, or lack of communication. I'm not really sure what happened, but he came down the snake and blew our Dorito side to pieces and took the point.
The game plan for this point is I'm going right to the corner off the break, running and shooting, and as quickly as possible I'm getting into the snake. Made it right into the snake, got up to snake 2 and started making my crossfield shots. And then I start coming out on snake 2 and kind of holding my lane on him, trying to see if he's gonna pop out. He stays in for a few seconds, and I start leaning out more and getting that edge shot on him. I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna keep leaning out until I see his pack or he pokes his head out or something.
This is a very bold move because he's looking at 2 guns. Carl knows that he needs to try to make something happen and create an opportunity for himself. He's down 2 bodies right now. Look how far out Carl Markowski is.
This guy could shoot me first or shoot me because I'm so far out, but I have confidence in myself that I'm gonna be able to shoot him before he shoots me.
Carl's completely committed. He's got really fast reflexes, but he's got to be careful.
I know where my body is, and I know by listening to the crowd, I can tell and move my body where the other side of the field is going to be able to shoot me. And I start shooting tape. AJ recognizes this and starts covering my back. I can hear their coach yelling that he's way outside, he's way outside, he's leaning way outside. And I'm just waiting for his head, waiting. I'm shooting above the bunker and to the side of the bunker.
Well, he has no bunker.
Oh, there's
the
the
shot.
shot.
He gets a shot.
First time he comes out, I get a ball on him. I knew that I shot him in the loader. He comes back out to shoot at me again. I'm jumping back into the snake, and he shoots me as I'm going back in.
Look at the shot.
He got the shot, and Zaleski came out and shot again afterwards.
That might be a penalty, actually. Look at this.
Let's look at this replay here. So Markowski all the way out. Here comes. Look at the paint.
Right there.
Yeah, right there, side of the loader.
Right in the inside.
For sure. So he shoots him. Zaleski comes out. He's hit.
I stay in, figuring that I shot him first, that I'm going to still be alive in the snake. Looking at the ref, wondering what's going to happen, and he pulls me anyway because I was the only person that he was looking at. So since I got shot, I was eliminated.
He continues to play. The referee comes in and does not make the right call because that should have been a major penalty on Dan Zaleski. I can't believe they did. Oh, that's
that should have been a major penalty.
Markowski just got robbed right now. Chicago Aftershock has been relegated.
You want me to give it to him?
Disappointment, embarrassment. We underperformed drastically at our hometown event, and it's I don't even have words to describe it right now. It's a very sour taste in your mouth. We worked so hard to get where we were. We thought we were still on the incline, and clearly we skipped a step somewhere. Me and Bruno were actually just talking about this today. We didn't get together and have our team meetings all the time. We didn't go out and have team dinner. We didn't come to the field together. It was a cluster. We didn't know where people were at times. We weren't prepared before our matches for the most part. I mean, our first match against the Russians, we had a guy sprinting to the box for our first point with 5 seconds left before the point started. And we're in the afternoon session. I mean, that's ridiculous. And that's just a matter of not having everybody on the same page. And, you run into that sometimes at the hometown event. People want to go off, do their own thing. They got their families here watching, friends, girlfriends, whatever. And, sometimes it's just hard to keep everyone together. We've got people going off in every which direction. I don't feel we were as prepared as possible. I think we were more prepared for this last match, our relegation match, than any other match in the entire tournament, which is ridiculous. To wait until the end of the event to finally get our shit together is unacceptable.
Know that we have two options. We take something from this tournament, not from being in the Challengers Division, but from this tournament, and go, okay, hey, our punishment is being in the Challengers Division, and we do something about it, and then come out swinging at West Coast and win, and then come into World Cup. Or we can go, oh, it's going to be okay, sad Sally into West Coast, and then get stomped up by the teams that we thought we could beat before. So I really hope everybody realizes that this is going to be a big eye-opener, and that it's not just being in the Challengers Division. You have to learn from it. But I think that we would definitely bounce back.
Chicago Aftershock is trying to close out a victory over Houston VCK in their final Challengers League preliminary round match at the 2014 PSP World Cup of Paintball.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me, AJ?
As the calendar has changed from summer to fall, so have the fortunes of Aftershock. In August, the team couldn't advance out of the Challengers League in the PSP West Coast Open, making it as far as the qualifier match against San Antonio X Factor. The cancer of inconsistency continues to plague the team. Fun attacker Davey Simmons was brought back to play the West Coast Open, filling a slot opened up when veteran Aaron Thole was left home for the event. Thole has returned for the World Cup, but Simmons, front attacker Kurt Wozni, and veteran D-side player Cliff Ginner did not make the trip to Orlando. Their future status with the team is in jeopardy. In fact, the future of the entire roster itself may be in jeopardy. But right now, nobody is worrying about the future. The only thing that matters to Aftershock is this tournament. The franchise has built its place in history by dominating at this event, winning 7 World Cup championships. The legacy of a historic franchise can often add weight to the shoulders of current players. 21-year-old rookie Jacob Tilkainen, for one, welcomes it.
I'm the rookie, so stoked every point I get to play. I'm not playing that much, but the point I play, I really want to perform. So maybe it's a big thing on my shoulder, but I'm getting so much support from my teammate. Every point I play, pump me up. I'm getting more and more relaxed after every point I play. So I'm just gonna get better and better and better, and hopefully we're gonna be on the Champions Field.
For Tilkainen, the journey from couch to the cup has been surreal. 12 months ago, he was sitting at home in Stockholm, Sweden, watching his heroes compete on the Paintball Access World Cup webcast, just like thousands of fans across the globe. Tomorrow, he will join his newfound brothers and battle a team of paintball legends in the sport's grandest stage. Shock will face San Diego Dynasty in the Challengers League battle, with the winner earning the right to rejoin the Champions League to start 2015.
To beat Dynasty would be pretty cool. Actually, Ryan Greenspan, who plays on Dynasty, he was one of the guys that introduced me to paintball here in America, because I went to a Boston Combine paintball clinic before the tryout, actually. And I was just a kid from Sweden. I didn't play pro. No one knew about me. And by putting those guys down, I would feel pretty cocky, I guess. I think, yeah.
Aftershock and Dynasty are two franchises forever linked together. The end of one's dominance gave way to the rise of the other, sparked by the controversial 2001 World Cup victory for Dynasty. For Shock, clawing their way back into the Champions League at the expense of San Diego Dynasty would serve as a fitting redemption for a rough second half of the 2014 season. If anyone knows a thing or two about redemption, it's Coach Mike Bruno. Mike Bruno was a Hall of Fame caliber player. A standout teenager playing professional paintball against grown men before Oliver Lang put the practice in vogue. Bruno was winning tournaments as part of Aftershock, while developing a close personal relationship with owner-captain Rennick Miller, and innovative gunsmith and standout player Danny Love.
The relationship with Mike, I would say, I don't want to say it's a love-hate, because there's never a moment when I hate Mike, and I don't think there's ever a moment when he hates me. But we definitely will let the emotions fly.
Like I said, I've known Ren. He's like a father figure to me.
It wouldn't be the same without Mike. I wouldn't want to do it again without him.
Who is Danny Love? Danny Love is a friend of mine. I don't want to blow up the kid's head if he ever sees this, but he was paintball to me.
Danny's younger than I am, and he's older than Mike. But he saw, and that's why I give Danny most of the credit for bringing Mike onto the team. He really twisted my arm to get Mike onto the playing field. I think Mike respected that, loved it, looked up to Danny, and learned a lot from Danny.
You know, next to Rennick, in my eyes, Danny Love was my next hero, basically, because he was paintball, dude. I don't know how to describe it any other way.
By the time tournament paintball hit its zenith in the early 2000s, Mikey Bruno was one of its biggest stars on one of its biggest teams. By the middle of the decade, as the franchise was struggling with obstacles presented by the evolution of the sport into the X-Ball style, Bruno began struggling with real-life obstacles.
I went down the wrong path with that. I got in some trouble.
Without getting too detailed about the paths that Mike has traveled, it was, I would say, one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. When you have a great, great friend that you feel is drowning, you try and save him. And you exhaust every effort to save your friend.
They tried to stop me from going down that path, and I did. And I would like to thank them all for trying to help me, but you know, somebody's got to learn on their own.
But then, if your friend starts to pull you down with them, at some point you have to let go. And I actually wound up apologizing to Mike for letting go, just a few years ago.
Well, I mean, I was locked up for a little while, and I just kind of met the wrong person, and we just kind of went about our wrong ways together, and
it was very difficult. It was a lot of hardship watching a great guy and a good friend like Mike kind of drowned a little bit.
For Bruno, it was the sport of paintball, which even in dark times, still provided light.
Brendan would send me magazines all the time. I never got out of it, dude. Never got out of it. I always followed, I don't even want to say this, but I always followed Dynasty, and I hate them. Don't get me wrong, I hated them when we played them, but those little kids knew how to play. I remember them from, you know, back in the day, and I always followed them, you know? So Brendan always kept me posted on what the team was doing and stuff, and so I was never really completely out of it.
But he has since turned his life completely around. He's met a fantastic girl in Dawn.
I'm back, I got a great family, you know, I've grown up a lot.
He's got a wonderful family going, beautiful home, fantastic kids. He's really rebuilt his life. He's a pretty amazing guy for overcoming the adversity that he has.
Well, the reception of me coming back was a lot warmer than I thought it would be. Like, there's guys I still maintain talking to, Lane Wright. Man, that dude helped me through so much stuff in my life, just talking to him on a personal note and stuff. So guys like that, man, and Billy Saransky, Jack, all the guys I saw just welcomed me back in. It was awesome. And I just want to move on and get this team back to winning.
Listen, I'm not gonna fucking scream and yell, man. Everybody knows what it is. This could be our last fucking game. But it's not
There's no fucking tomorrow.
It's not gonna
us or them.
Yeah, they're fucking scared to death
Like
right now.
confident.
Because they're the ones in the fucking position. They have everything to lose. Exactly. They gotta beat us. Let's do it. Midwest! What? Midwest! What? Midwest! What? All about fucking heart, boys. 1, 2, 3, heart!
Sunday Club, buddy. Sunday Club, right here.
Gorgeous day here at the Fantasy of Flight. A little outside of Orlando, Florida for the 2014 PSP World Cup. I'm Matty Marshall, Chris Lasoya, and Todd Martinez. And we are about to watch a huge game between San Diego Dynasty here and Chicago Aftershock.
Brian, he's on you, Brian!
Lawhead in the Big Snake Dorito, and Dynasty's gonna blow the horn.
We need it. Go same thing you just did.
Here comes Carl Markowski. He's gonna launch. Is he gonna be able to pick up?
Oh, Carl Markowski, what a huge highway move. Just super fast. So hard to react.
And here comes Glenn Takamoto down the highway. He is gonna trade out with Lawhead. So Alex Fragy.
Oh, major penalty looks like on Glenn Takamoto. So it's gonna be a one-on-one, it's looking like right now.
Yeah, Greenspan against Rob Velez. Rob Velez is in that 50 Dorito. Interesting situation right here. One-on-ones generally take, you know, a decent amount of time unless somebody goes and tries to attack.
That's a major penalty now, an Aftershock.
Wow, so what a turn of events here.
A major penalty assessed to number 2 for Aftershock, playing on obvious hit. This penalty had no bodies left to pull for it, so it resulted in an automatic point awarded to Dynasty.
You can see here on the replay.
Oh, in his wrist.
Yeah, and he took it
He
right
looked
there.
and didn't see it.
I looked right at it too. And I didn't see it.
Hey, it's 4-on-4, know that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
We got they had a major, we had a major.
Glenn Takamoto about to come out of the box. He's going to race out to the Dorito side, and he is going to get picked off 15 seconds before Chicago Aftershock gets their body back alive.
Spica.
And Spica going to trade out with Lawhead in the Snake.
That's going to clean the Snake out here for another penalty on Chicago Aftershock. And here comes Oliver Lang down the Snake side as...
Oh, here's a major penalty on Oliver Lang. Here comes Aftershock. Penalty-ridden game so far, guys.
Drop, Ryan! Ryan!
Make the move. Here comes Takamoto down the inside of the highway on the Dorito side.
Here comes a penalty.
So minor penalty on, I believe, it's...
Oh my goodness.
So there's majors now.
McKenna loses it, starts claiming he's getting a penalty. Takamoto might be getting a penalty.
Full 4 dudes! For what though? Brian didn't do nothing! What the fuck was that? Don't know. Rob shot him.
So down here on the sidelines, there's a bit of confusion, but what it's sounding like is Glenn got a penalty. When Glenn got that penalty, they pulled Alex Frazier out. Unfortunately, they're saying that Glenn kept shooting. Coach Bruno is saying that he actually shot Rob Velez after getting that first penalty. So they're giving Glenn a double penalty, and the point ultimately is going to go to Shock.
Hey, we have 4 guys. We get the point. We get the point.
If there's no bodies left on either side, there's no point.
I was alive.
Right, I know.
Oliver would have been pulled for that second for shooting the second body.
Right, but it was
But they Aftershock won't get a point because there's nobody alive.
You wouldn't have had to.
But once you pull a guy, you can't put him back in. We've been through that a million times.
Right, but the play ended before that point, so you wouldn't have had to. You know what I mean?
Those guys were dead. The only person left on the field was Oliver.
I think so. Seems all right.
Final call is.
So you're saying that the guys you pulled are still alive? There was a live player.
There should have been.
And now they get a point. Like, that's
I know.
you can't do that. You can't. It's against the rules.
The end of all of this, it looks like it's going to be, Shock starting with 4. And Dynasty starting with 3. Digging out to the back corner bunker. Snake side. Oliver Lang goes all the way up the center off the break. Oliver Lang, I don't think he got him.
I don't think he got him either.
Yeah, so Lawhead gets torched down. Missed Oliver Lang because Tyler Harmon.
Oh, and a minor penalty.
Yeah, and it looks like they took that point away from Chicago Aftershock.
Bruno, why was it 3-3 and now it's 4-2? We had a minor penalty assessed to number 21 for Aftershock, playing on an obvious hit.
So then a quick one goes to Dynasty. Wow, so Dynasty fighting.
Fuck, am I in or not? One person in the box.
No point but the penalty.
Because they scored a 25-second point right there. So going to start with 3 again. Now Brandon Short comes in for Dynasty. You're looking at Aftershock on your screen.
Shock now at full strength.
The snake battle about to go down on your screen. Brandon Short matched up right now. And it looks like Carl Markowski kind of dropping the ball a little bit on that one. He pushed forward, but Brandon Short was out on him. Only a minute 14 left. Here comes their attack. Oh, but one of them gets shot out of the snake, and here comes Big Chris Sosine bunkering out Brandon Shorts, just Oliver Lang left. Here comes Velez, and he is going to take down Oliver Lang. And Velez trying to beg for another penalty there on Oliver, doesn't get it.
McKenna is jogging the flag in right now, down 2 points with under a minute left to go. What is he thinking?
I don't know, man. McKenna, I don't know, maybe might be nursing some sort of injury we don't know about. Aftershock on your left. Can they get it done? 48 seconds to go.
Sam!
And they switch positions at the last second. 5 players left alive, or 5 players alive for both teams on the initial breakout. And here comes Shock. They lose 1. Pushing up in the center. Forgets about Oliver Lang in the center. And here comes Brandon Short. And he's going to get a shot cross field on the 50 on the D side. So this Brandon Short move over here, snake side, is really going to slow things down for the attack of Aftershock, and that might have done it here, Todd.
Yeah, but McKenna, he is the last body for Aftershock.
So
he tries to make his move, and he gets chopped up.
So big congratulations to San Diego Dynasty as they hold off Chicago Aftershock just barely.
Chicago right a fucking way. No, they did it. They had fucking money, and then they got in after I got shot. But you were way up here before anything.
I know, dude. I was in the 15 who's in the 10.
Dude,
stop it.
Fucking game. Let it fucking roll.
Today, there will be no storybook ending. Only the harsh reality of being on a professional paintball roster. But what then, it bears the question, is the reality of professional paintball? Most men walk the earth searching for something. Searching for self-definition, for validation. Some find it in their children, others in their vocation. And sadly, some never find it. Mike Bruno, AJ Lawhead, Carl Markowski, Aaron Tholey, Brian McKenna, Rob Velez, Kirk Wozni, Chris Sosine, Andy Horvath, Cliff Ginner, and Jacob Tilkainen. They have all found it in this game. The chance to be good at something. To find the moment when you awake to the conscious knowledge that through talent, grit, and dedication, you have found something that you are really good at. It feels good to transcend normality. That is the payoff that comes when you're handed a blue and black jersey with the name Aftershock scrawled across your chest. That's what has driven those who wore it in the past, and will drive those who wear it in the future. That is the reality of the roster. What will the 2015 roster look like for Chicago Aftershock? Follow the Planet Eclipse blog for updates on who's returning, who's changing teams, and who's leaving the pro game altogether.